Welcome back to Low Stress Math with Mrs. Bono. We're going to review the independent practice for lessons 3 and 4, calculating slope using the slope formula. All right, so we're going to start with being given 2 points. So, you know me, I like to highlight. So I am going to highlight the second point, and I'm going to label them. First one is x1 and y1. And the next one is x2 and y2. And I have to write the formula. Slope m is equal to, and I like to highlight. You know I love to highlight, so I'm just going to highlight a bunch of stuff. There we go. y2 minus y1. Oh, I forgot my 2, sorry. Over x2 minus x1. So, y2 is 9, y1 is 7. So 9 minus 7 on top over 3 minus 5. 9 minus 7 is 2. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. 2 divided by negative 2, m equals negative 1. Yay! All right, I'm going to do the same thing for the next one. I'm going to highlight. And a lot of highlights. You know how much I love to highlight. Lots of highlighting. Here we go. So, x1, y1, and x2, y2. So the formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 0, y1 is 2. So 0 minus 2 over x2 minus x1, 0 minus 2. And I end up with negative 2 over negative 2, which is positive 1. So my slope here, m equals 1. Negative divided by negative is positive, so a little positivity there. Okay, level 2. Back to highlighting things. Actually, I'm going to highlight stuff all over the place. Get it done. Here we go. That way I don't have to keep highlighting all over. Keep highlighting. Keep highlighting. You know how I do it. Just... Ooh, there's so much negativity here. I think I'm going to try and keep it simple. I'll use this point for my second point. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Oof, that's going to be a little bit hard. I guess that's why that one is level 3. See? Using logic and sense. All right. So, for this one, you have x1 is 3, y1 is 5, x2 is negative 3, and y2 is 1. The formula doesn't change. It's m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, always. And then I'm going to have y2 minus y1, 1 minus 5, over x2 minus x1, negative 3 minus 3. And I'm just going to stick that in my handy-dandy calculator here, which keeps turning off, and I don't know why. And over d, 1 minus 5 over negative 3 minus 3 is... Dun, 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 2/3. Well, I could write it over here, but there's my answer. All right. Again, I'm going to write the formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Oh, will I lose credit if I don't write the formula? Yes, yes, you will. x1 is negative 5, y1 is negative 2. x2 is negative 9, y2 is 3. So y2 minus y1, 3 minus negative 2. 3 minus negative 2. Negative 9 minus negative 5. Negative 9 minus negative 5. This is definitely a grab your calculator situation. And over d first, and I'm going to just put it in exactly the way I see it. 3 minus negative 2 over negative 9 minus negative 5. Lots of negativity. And I end up with negative 5/4. Negative 5/4 as my answer. Okay. Not bad, not bad. X1 is 0. Y1 is 10. X2 is negative 4. Y2 is 0. Formula doesn't change. M equals Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Just fill in the numbers. Y2 is 0. Y1 is 10. So 0 minus 10 over negative 4 minus 0. And that's a put me in the calculator problem. 0 minus 10 over, oh, I didn't put the, sorry, negative 4 minus 0. And I end up with positive 5/2. 5/2. All right, now here I can pick any 2 points as long as I have an x and a y and a different x and a different y. So my formula, m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I'm going to fill in y2, 1 minus negative 1, 1 minus negative 1, negative 1, make it a little bigger, there we go, over 1 minus, did I do that backwards? Yes, I did. That would give me very wrong answers. Be careful, Bono. 1 minus, sorry, negative 1 minus 1. So negative 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 3. I know what I did wrong. I didn't label things. This is going to be x1 and y1, and this is going to be x2 and y2. y2 minus y1, so 1 minus negative 1. I still have it backwards. See, if you don't label things, you make all the mistakes. All the mistakes. And this one is x2, negative 3. Highlight that for me, will you, Bono? Negative 3 minus, oh, that's a sloppy mess, isn't it? Negative 3 minus 1. y2 minus y1. 1 minus negative 1. Okay. Well, x2 minus x1. Negative 3 minus 1. Negative 3 minus 1. I'm checking it before I put in the calculator because I've been making mistakes here. 1 minus negative 1 over negative 3 minus 1, and I get negative 1/2. Whew. See what happens if you don't label things? Ay, 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 what a mess. Gotta label things. All right, let's think about it. Hannah believes the slope of the line passing through these points can be used founding the following setup. Oh, well, let's check it, shall we? Here we go. We'll call this x1, y1, and this can be x2, y2. And I'm going to write the formula down because if I don't have the formula, I'll definitely get it wrong. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 2 minus 0 over 4 minus negative 3. 4 minus negative 3. Okay, calculator time. Let's see. I'm going to put this in the calculator. I'm going to put this in the calculator. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Look what she did. She made a mistake. She put the x's on top. Is Hannah correct? No. She put x2 minus x1 on top of the fraction. So she's going to get the wrong answer. Definitely and for sure. Okay, let's take a look at the back. Ooh, look, that's a pyramid from Egypt. And it has some numbers on here. What shall we call them? Well, let's highlight this one and we'll leave the other one alone. So we have x1 and y1. That can be down here, and I need my glasses because I think that's a -6 and a 0, but I'm not sure. I'm right. So x1 is -6, y1 is 0, and then over here is going to be x2 and y2. Yeah. Oh dear. I think I'll just highlight all over the place here. You know, highlighting, just get her done, get her done. Oh, and we'll highlight the higher one. I always like the higher one to be highlighted. So, x1 is -6, y1 is 0. x2 is -1, y2 is 4. Okay, just checking everything. Yes, there we go. So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 4, y1 is 0, so 4 minus 0 over -1 minus -6. And that is definitely calculator material. So what do we get? N over D. 4 minus 0 over -1 minus -6 is 4/5. So that's my slope, m equals 4/5. So let's try this one. My first point, my x1, y1, is the lower point here, 0, 4. So x1 is 0, y1 is 4. And over here, my x1 is 3. Sorry, x2 is 3, and y2 is 2. x2, y2. Okay. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 2 minus 4 over 3 minus 0. And I put that in my little handy dandy calculator here. 2 minus 4 over 3 minus 0. Syntax error. What did I do wrong? Well, hit clear and see. It's going to start to flash where the mistake is. I hit negative instead of minus. So now when I change the negative to a minus, it's going to give me -2/3 as an answer. Be careful with that sort of thing. I do it all the time myself. All right, guys, that's the end. Have a great day. Take care.